Alvin Toffler, very famous futurologist, once said, "The illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn." This attitude of being able to adapt and learn is not just going to be nice to have, it's a must-have. Why is that? Because our world is changing so much, and yours will change even faster. In fact, the US military school coined a term to describe this change. They call today's world a VUCA world. V for volatility, U for uncertainty, C for complexity, and A for ambiguity. In short, there's a lot of change happening. What does that mean? That means that something that I was expert in yesterday is no longer required today. And therefore, I have to learn something new. I have to adapt. Take cricket as an example. When I was little, we only had Test cricket, the 5-day version. And then when I grew up and became a boy, we had 1-day cricket. Already then you could see that cricketers had to learn new skills. And now we have T20. And there's a whole new set of skills, batting techniques, bowling techniques that have to be unlearned and new ones to be learned. In fact, those two words are important: unlearning and learning. So take, for example, maybe in our world, as we are growing up to be leaders, one skill that we want to get better at is perhaps listening. For that, we have to unlearn trying to interrupt somebody or preparing what to say while the other person is speaking. We have to unlearn that and then learn the skill of listening. Or maybe there's a skill we have to learn in terms of working together in teams. I have to unlearn that I just want to be by myself and start learning to want to interact with others and work together in teams. So both those are going to be important. And for this attitude to develop, I need openness and humility. Openness, because I must be open to recognizing that something that I'm expert at now is no longer relevant, and I have to be open to the new knowledge or skills that are required, and I must have the humility to change. Let's watch Jessica Cox in action, an expert in the attitude of adapt and learn.
Jessica Cox is the nation's first and only licensed pilot who has no arms.
When I tell people that I'm a pilot, they're like, "What?"
Jessica was born without arms, but she can do almost everything with just her feet, from putting in her contacts to texting her friends on her cell phone, even playing the piano. Jessica has a black belt in Taekwondo. She makes a living as a motivational speaker, but always had a fear of flying. So Jessica decided to face her fears head on and got a pilot's license. She talked with our Jim Murray.
How is it possible to fly a plane without hands?
You know, it's even hard for me to believe when I'm talking about it. You just do it.
Jessica invited us up for a spin high above the Arizona desert. Her lucky flying shirt reads, "Look, Ma, no hands." She showed us how she controls her plane.
And I would have my right foot right here on the yoke, and my left foot here on the throttle. And I'm using my big toe to push on the push-to-talk switch.
So you feel perfectly safe?
I do, yes.
Is there any issue of safety at all?
You know, there's not. After, an hour, just like driving with her in a car, after an hour or so, you don't even really realize she has no arms.
Our cameras were mounted inside the small plane to see Jessica in action. Watch as she takes off. Jessica uses her left foot to control the throttle. Then her right foot pulls out the wheel as she lifts off. It looks scary, but she does it like a pro. And watch, after she makes a picture-perfect landing, she stretches her leg and opens the cockpit windows.
How was the flight?
That was fun.
If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe for more of these informative videos.